Hi there, my name is Leah Powers, and this is my English 250 experience. Freshman year, I didn't have to write any papers. I was in the core design program, and our assignments consisted of cutting and gluing paper along with drawing still life subjects. In my other courses, the classrooms were lectures and note-taking. I never had to submit an outline or an essay, and most of my points were from tests. Because I took English 150 in the summer going into my freshman year, I was pretty rusty on essay writing. Though I lucked out on not having to write a lengthy paper, I did have to do some writing for cover letters and portfolio submissions, both two things that had to be grammatically correct and make me sound knowledgeable and snazzy. I struggled with writing my portfolio submission for the design program due to not having to write a paper all year. I had forgotten the typical format for a paper, and my conclusion wasn't great at all. Due to the lack of essay writing, I became frustrated thinking I am losing knowledge and skills I will need in my further education. This semester, English 250 was difficult at first. I didn't like not being able to just wing a paper 2 days before submission. Creating an outline was not a fun thing for me to do. My paper writing process coming into English 250 consisted of me sitting on the couch with my friends the night before the paper was due, or even in extreme cases, the hours before submission. I would quickly research my topic, reading the first website I saw on Google, and then start writing my paper with no organization or direction. Pure editing? Never heard of that then. Didn't even take the time to go back and reread my essay before I submitted it. My papers would have terrible grammatic errors, and half the time skip around from here to there. Then once I got into English 250, my process work did a 180. I saw other people writing outlines, and their works cited pages were novels. I didn't want to fall short of my potential and knew I had to generate the same work others were doing. I started writing outlines and taking notes more. In class, we talked about taking notes in books we read or writing on sticky notes. My desk became consumed with sticky notes to help me write my papers. I started bookmarking sources online and never started a paper less than a week in advance. Before English 250, I was too scared to have others peer edit my work. I didn't want them to criticize my work because I was never confident in it. It's ironic because in design we are criticized for our work every day, some being praises and others being harsh words that no designer wants to hear. When it comes to design, I can take a critique. I can stand firm and proud in front of my work while others tell me what's wrong with it. After our first peer edit, I thought, why is an essay any different than the work I produce in design? Why should I be ashamed of my papers I write and the work I do? I worked hard on my essays, and I should be proud to have people read them and give me feedback. I started caring less about people reading my work and saw it not as humiliation, but as a way to better myself as a writer. Looking back at the semester, I feel like I've really grown as a writer and a presenter. My first presentation, I remember, I was shaking the entire time, and it definitely didn't take the required time. I was also unprepared and didn't practice the night before. After that presentation, I started rehearsing my PowerPoint slides to my friends so I would be more prepared in class. English 250 broke down some walls I built in the past year when it came to writing. I was never confident or organized with my work going into the semester, but after taking English 250, I know the papers I write are quality, and I don't have to stress anymore about completing it on time because I'm better organized. Though this is the most I've written throughout my college career, it is also some of the best I've written. English 250 has reassured me as a student, and I will remember the things I learned in the years to come.